Now TvP is a pretty good map for Protoss in PvT. We could see some Arbiters again, very possible. We could even see another proxy gate.
We could indeed. And the man who would have to defend against all of that will be RoxX, spawning here on the left side of the map as the Teal Terran.
And in the top right we do have the blue Protoss, Dienmax.
So we've already seen some Protoss shenanigans here. Are we going to see any more, as Kix has suggested? I'm not sure how the first game went for them. Is this still the round of 32? Yes, it is. So the first game, that means, was on Crossing Field, and X was able to win that, despite Crossing Field, I think, being slightly Protoss favored in this matchup.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to know how long the game went on as well, because usually the longer it goes on, the harder it is for Terran due to the fact carriers are so strong.
Yeah.
But Dienmax maybe didn't go for them, so I guess we won't find that out, unfortunately. But I think realistically, if we were to look at Protoss openings on this map, we're very likely to see a Reaver opening from Dienmax here. There's so much base for a shuttle to fly around.
Yep. It's how Draco took out Firebat Hero, the legendary comeback game, the turnaround game. And wait a minute, this probe is actually coming out pretty quick. But he's just going for the gateway in the main. I'm not actually a huge fan of the super fast probe scout like this, unless you're on a two-player map, in which case you can be guaranteed for a gas steal. Like in this situation, obviously, since it's a three-player map, if he won the coin flip and he scouted X first, he could potentially go for a gas steal. But in this case, obviously, he's not going to be able to. So I don't think this is that good.
Yeah, even then, I think because X got his gas pretty much exactly on 12, I don't think the probe, due to travel time, would have made that in time. If he wants to go for the gas steal, I think he needs to send it about a supply or two beforehand.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I guess we'll see what he... Oh, wait, he's actually going for a Zealot first. He's got the second pylon already and no gas. Okay, so he... Interesting. See, normally in PvT, you don't make the first Zealot unless you're going for some kind of super crazy DT rush or something, and you want to block the ramp with it. But in this case, he has, and I don't think he's going for... Well, I guess we'll see if he goes for any kind of cheese, but normally this gas and even the core are built before the second pylon here. Kind of interesting sequence of buildings. Surely
Yeah,
he's getting
like...
Zealot. Yeah.
Yeah, X is just doing everything completely standard right now. Interestingly, he did delay his Marines in order to get the... Well, I don't think the factory came up any quicker, actually, so delaying the Marine may actually hurt him a little bit, especially with this first Zealot coming in.
Yeah. But this probe, for some reason, is on hold position. Wait, how was that probe even on hold position? You can't even hold position a probe. How did that even happen? I'm not quite sure what happened there, but the second Zealot has come out now for Dienmax, is heading over to the Terran base. So basically some Zealot pressure without proxying anything. We'll see what he follows that up with.
I believe the probe was actually attacking the supply depot. The supply depot has taken a little bit of damage. Now the important thing is Crowd does have this really nice wall, but against this Zealot pressure he really does need to make sure he's making constant Marines.
Oh, Zealot running in. Oh, not quite gonna get him. And another Zealot attack. Oh, these Marines are both at one hit away from death. But nice control here from X. A fourth Marine and even a fifth Marine in production now. Not gonna overreact to make a Vulture first. Knows that it's much more important to go straight for that siege tank. And now the second Zealot comes in though, so now he's gotta be a little more careful and move back. By the way, guys, just want to clarify, you know, this kind of Zealot pressure is not necessarily unusual. Oh man, it looks like one Zealot falling, but you know, usually this is from a proxy gate, right? I think it's rare to see it just straight up from the gateway inside the main, but we are going to have a 2-gate goon follow-up, and I think this is very strong on Tau Cross due to the lack of a ramp. Anytime there's a flat map, I think going for like 2-gate goon is great against Terran.
Yeah, it's a pretty good follow-up, especially given the fact you forced so many Marines, and so many of them are heavily bruised. As a matter of fact, it looks like you did kill the ones that were super bruised. He will force a bunker to come out for X, and it will delay his command center even more. At 4 minutes, you usually want to have your command center up by now. He just couldn't afford it with the constant Zealot pressure.
His goon is getting a little bit stuck. Sorry, Dienmax is getting a little bit stuck. His gateway placement means that I think, or I'm not sure how that second goon actually got behind the minerals here, but he not only did he wall off the bottom side of the minerals, he's walled off like the top side above the geyser as well, so he can potentially create some weird pathing issues. But I guess maybe that'll help later against vultures coming in. In fact, that actually would help against a vulture drop, so perhaps that's actually quite a clever placement. In case this drops in the back of his main, for example. But here come the goons. Now, there is a bunker at the front. If goon range is done, then they should be fine. It looks like it's not quite done yet, so we'll have to wait for that before we can start shooting at the bunker. But since the tank is already out, I don't think he's really going to be able to do that much.
Well, he doesn't have siege yet. He went for mines first. Well, at least I don't think he has siege. He's choosing not to at the moment, so this could do a little bit of damage. It's at least going to force a repair on the bunker. He does need to be very careful for those mines, though.
Yeah, but you can, even without siege, even without siege mode, the tank does outrange the dragoons. And the dragoons have to be careful. They can't just run in and snipe this because they know the spider mines are here. He's actually being so brave with this. Look at this.
Yeah, he's just sitting. Wait, there must be marines in that bunker, right? How's that top goon not in range of that bunker?
Vulture in the main base kicks, 4 kills, and taken down. Oh, mine! Wait, what?
Yeah, he lost the bunker. He was paying too much attention to the vulture. The 3 dragoons actually dived in. Somehow, like, there was some really weird, like, vision on the bunker, I think, because it wasn't attacking the closest dragoon. But still, it looks like X is going to be able to move out now, push back the remaining dragoons. But he needs to be careful not to overcommit. But we do see that 6 o'clock base coming up for Dienmax.
Oh man, the super greedy third here. 2-gate robo into basically a third base. Oh man, eating another mine on the way back though. It's interesting how he's taken it. It's basically a hidden base, right? So, you know, going for the double expand in this situation as a Protoss is not that uncommon. It's kind of like the greedy way to do it. Although he actually is getting a Reaver, so I say greedy, but going for a Reaver is kind of the correct way to do this. It's the safest way to do this. But yeah, you know, normally you'd expect that to be at a close third, but he's taking it at the main. I think that's actually quite an interesting idea. He could even pylon block or gateway block that choke if he knows that there are vultures coming down, so he can do like an emergency vulture block. But yeah, otherwise looking not bad for both players, I guess.
Yeah, it's all going to come down to the Reaver defense. If he defends against the Reaver well enough, if he actually knows it's coming, he can't get a scout eye. He does not have his academy up yet, so there's no scanners. This is going to be, I guess it can be kind of assumed, but he does only have the 1 turret, and that isn't going to help him against the, the rest of his base pretty much. There's just so many angles the Reaver can fly in.
Yep. But he does have a good amount of siege tanks. He's actually moving out now, so he could actually force the Reaver to be used defensively. And, you know, best defense is a good offense, as they say. So we'll see how Dienmax uses this Reaver. He has actually just preemptively walled off this area. I'm actually not convinced that this is a vulture-type wall, because it looks like a very big gap on the top area there. It's almost like that fail wall we saw previously from Bishu versus Cryok, where the vultures were able to just run straight through on Circuit Breaker, but I'm not sure if that's the case here. But now the shuttle actually sees the units coming out. There's only 2 Marines here, 4 Marines actually, never mind, as anti-air, but that's not a lot, and obviously the Reaver can take them down quickly. How good is the Micro, though? He needs the Reaver to do a lot of work here if he wants to hold off this attack.
Cool, how good is the target fire by X? He's actually taken down a Zealot already, but the Zealot does take out 2 Marines. This is actually quite a nice pylon positioning at the front. Will eat some of the shots, but it's going to go down.
Oh, Debo, everything is clumped! Oh, the Reaver falls!
The Reaver, though.
Oh man, this is so bad. This is why going for that faster Nexus is risky, because you can die to very simple. I mean, it's only a 4-fact attack. I mean, this is very. Oh, the mine! Oh my god,
that might not go out. That was so lucky. The vultures are in there attacking the probes at the natural. More and more goons are going down to the tanks, actually wandering into tank fire. And I believe X may have done what he needs to do to bring himself back into this series.
Oh man, this is pretty much exactly what you want to do as a Terran player if you see the Protoss going for this thing.
Those mines are risky though. He could get really badly mind dragged if there's some Zealots in that speed shuttle.
Yep. You should probably just kill those off himself. They're way too close, and that's the kind of move that can turn the game around. But if it is going to happen, it needs to happen now because the Nexus is very, very low on HP already. It's going to die to just a few more volleys. He needs to go. He does have speed on the shuttle, so he can do a suicide run. He's actually counterattacking with the shuttle kicks. He's going to abandon his natural.
He is. I mean, the one thing he does have going for him is he does have the third base that is mining. He's adding gateways down there as well. And it's going to be very difficult for the Terran to actually push through into the main. Maybe a little less so than on something like Circuit Breaker or Fighting Spirit with the ramp. But still, X needs to be careful. He could lose a lot of SCVs here.
The Reaver is flying around in the natural. It's now flying towards the main base. There's only one turret at the bottom of the main mineral line. Look how much damage he's doing here. This might have actually been the correct move after all.
Yeah, the thing is, it's going to force X to stop looking at his push, and this is going to give Dienmax a little bit of extra time. Wow, Mind Drag nearly kills a load of SCVs. Another good Scarab puts the Reaver up at 18 kills. 19 kills now. Of course, one of those, or two of those were Vultures, but there's just not enough turrets to help him hold this.
Wow, Dienmax, I cannot believe he's actually potentially coming back in this game, although he's flying a little bit close to the bottom turret. Can he stop this turret from attacking? What the heck did that Scarab just do? It just went all the way around. What a bizarre Scarab.
Oh, he loses the shuttle there, and the Reaver does go down.
If that Scarab hadn't just gone completely nuts and went around the top side, I think he could have actually killed off the turret and maybe saved the Reaver. But I love this use of the second main as a source of gateways, because now he's kind of semi-contained. I mean, he's pretty much contained on the front, although he might be able to break out now. But even if the contain held, he could have potentially busted out from the bottom side. And here we go, the Siege Tanks busy at the front, Reaver at the back.
I think he's going to break this. There's just not enough units. And with all the units being forced back behind to defend, there's just no real way of him actually continuing this contain. And of course, he actually has units over at the 9 o'clock. I don't think he realizes these are here. They're just sort of sat there not doing anything. They may have been the difference that could have helped him hold that position.
Do you think that's a missed rally, or he just like right-clicked on the minimap or something? It's such a weird position to have these units, right?
Yeah, even as a rally, it'd be strange. I've not seen any units run over there, so I think maybe it was just a misclick. But there is another Reaver in the shuttle again. How many turrets, realistically, does he have to defend? He's got a bit of a better turret ring now, so he shouldn't take as much damage.
I mean, he also has the armory, so he should be able to make a Goliath or two, right, to deal with the shuttle. Like, I'm not sure why he hasn't actually just made a Goliath as well to chase down the shuttle. But here we go, shuttle moving in yet again. He could potentially actually splash down some of these depots. If you target the inside one, as he's doing right here, you can actually kill all 3 depots with the same Scarab splash. But it looks like a bunch of Vultures running into the main at the same time.
He tried to use that tank that was in the bottom right. He did find it. He's got 4 Vultures in the main. They're killing probes. 3 probes have gone down so far. 4 probes. How much damage is he going to be able to do?
I don't know, but it looks like the units coming in here. I think there were 9 or 10 kills here between all the Vultures. One Vulture's actually still alive. The Zealot's AFK. And oh, the Vulture actually doesn't finish off that one probe. But look at this Reaver's killing all the... It's killed 5 supply depots. X is actually now supply blocked. He finally has 2 Goliaths to chase down the shuttle, but the shuttle has speed. He has no Goliath range, so the shuttle won't even take any hull damage, will only take shield damage as it leaves. There is another... the natural being retaken now by Dienmax, and what an insane game this is, Kix.
It is. X is most certainly behind at this point. He may have been able to come back in. He did kill the natural Nexus. But once again, this is a case of, I mean, Mikami says this to me all the time when I'm streaming. I may kill a Nexus for 400 minerals, but he has the other main. And I'm still not sure if X has actually scouted this. There's more gateways being added down there. And slowly but surely, X is going to lose any advantage he had from killing all the early units.
There's a tank going down there, Kix. I have no idea what this tank is here for, but it's heading in the direction of this main base. No, is it gonna go down there? I don't know. It's such a weird, it's like a scouting tank. What the heck is this doing? The shuttle's actually coming down, could potentially, no, he's not gonna see the tank here. Is the tank gonna go down there? What the heck is this tank even doing over here?
Now, I heard a scan go off, but I looked at his vision and no extra vision actually appeared, so I don't know if he scanned on his own units by maybe to kill an observer actually. That was probably it. But there is still an observer outside the front of his base, so I'm not sure he managed to kill it. It's actually taken some damage, but not much.
And very crucially, it provides vision of the move out here from X. That's a pretty scary tank count. How many tanks is that? That looks like 10 Sea Shanks on the field right now. Not nearly as many Protoss units, but there is crucially that Reaver. Where did the Reaver go, though? I lost the shuttle. Oh, no, there it is.
Now the scans have gone down. They've seen the army of the Protoss move out, and he's seen the rally point. He knows there's not too many vultures right now, and if there's a time he has to... Okay, he doesn't know about the units coming from the bottom, though, and that is going to be a huge swell of units that he is not going to be ready for. I don't think he ever actually scoured this third base.
Oh, here comes the swarm of speedlots, though. He's going to drop speedlots and the Reaver directly on the units. The shuttle takes some damage. The Reaver most likely is going to fall, but not before dealing a great amount of splash damage. Dragoon's actually getting stuck on the engineering bay, but it doesn't matter. The Zealots by themselves are enough to clear this up, and Dienmax completely smashing the first attack from X, and that means X will not be able to defend his third base either. X is in so much trouble in this game, Kicks. I can't believe it's turned out this way. I thought Dienmax was going to die to that first 4-fact timing.
Yeah, this is why Terran, Mikami said this yesterday as well, like, this is such a fragile matchup for Terran. If you make one big mistake, like, you miss one crucial scout and you can just die. We saw this in the game with Cryok as well, not seeing the DPs coming. And I mean, he's got 2 tanks, it's not really going to be off, and Mind Drag actually takes both of them down, and he's got no units left.
Sick Mind Drag there by Dienmax. He saw the mine there, he knew he could drag it, deliberately moved the Zealot forward to trigger that mine, and the Dragoons now walking in to the natural expansion. The SCV is coming off a little bit too late, not in time to block. There's a third Sea Shank, but the SCVs are on the wrong side, and GG from X. Dienmax evens up the score 1-1 against X. We are going to a deciding game 3 here to decide which player will advance to the round of 16. Anyway, spawning here at the bottom right position in game number 3, it is going to be Dienmax as the brown Protoss.
And in the bottom left position, we do have the purple Terran, Roxx.
Indeed we do. So horizontal spawns, not terrible for Terran. I would actually say that these spawns are good for Terran because you don't need to move out into the middle of the map to attack the Protoss base. Instead, you can come along this bottom path. You know, it protects you from flanks, and you can have a very nice push path towards the Protoss. But I guess we'll see what happens in this game. Uh-oh, are we having proxy gates?
Oh dear, I think we may have. I must admit, someone in chat just pointed out what that sounded like when I said it, and I realized as I said it, it was probably a bad idea. But one issue with going along the bottom side and the top side is sometimes you can actually get yourself stuck at the ramp, unable to push up to the high ground. But we may not even get to that point in the game, Sayle.
We may not indeed. The question is this 1 gateway or 2? No wall in, not even a anti-Zealot SimCity with the first depot. He just built it right at the bottom there. If it's a proxy 2 gate, this could be very, very bad for X.
You know what? Just imagine what we could see if X was going for a 1 Rax expand. We could see 4 gates in the middle.
Or I guess 3 plus the 1. Oh no, actually, since the first gateway is out in the map, you're right. We could see 4, but in this case, it's just going to be the 1. He's not going to go for the uber cheese. Just the mild cheese here. Actually, I don't think it's fair to even call this a cheese, but he's going to put some pressure on with his initial Zealot. And I believe the second depot will be built between the barracks and the refinery. Is that right? To provide the SimCity.
Yep, he will need to build the depot there. If he doesn't, that would be very much a Kicks maneuver of throwing the game. But yeah, he should be fine. Although he may lose this first SCV. Some really good probe micro there, actually.
Oh, he wants it. Oh, it's being repaired. Oh, come on. Where's your honor, man? Real men don't repair their SCVs. Gotta take those probe hits like a man.
The good thing is he didn't allow that to throw him off too much. He will need to build his depot though. He's still not at his depot. There we go. He has got it up now. He should be fine. Now this is going to be really annoying. He's actually doing something very clever that Mikami actually advocates quite a lot, and you see a lot of pros do this. He does lose the SCV, so that was a bit of a mistake, but if you keep the SCV alive, you can just keep attacking the pylon, and they can't really leave the pylon because it will eventually die.
Yep.
So, I mean, if he sends another SCV, that could be pretty good, but he's actually getting baited out away from his wall. Bit unfortunate there.
Yeah, I guess he was just paying attention to the probe at the front, didn't want to very embarrassingly lose an SCV to that pro. But here we go, Zealot coming in, but nice double slots here for Marines to run through. These are, obviously Marines can run through both of those, but they are Zealot tight. So it's going to be very difficult for a Dienmax to actually do anything with the Zealot. At best, he can maybe delay the factory a little bit, but you can see the SCV even running into this little corner, so it can't be attacked, but he's got to be very careful with these Marines. 3 Marines now against 2 Zealots. If the Zealots can get their hits off, the Marines will be eviscerated on the side blades, but they can't just keep running into these depots. But there's the first delay on the factory.
There is a Citadel of a Dune coming up in Dienmax's base, and we're likely going to see the DT follow up here.
Oh, the Marines are on the wrong side. He's going to lose 1 Marine. The SCV's coming off to block, though. Man, catching the Marines away from their SimCity, but he's also going to trap... Wait.
He shot his own SCV.
I was like, how did that SCV die? What the heck?
Oh, another Marine does go down. 3 Zealots. This may actually be too many. There's Zealots on both sides of the wall. The Marines are now trapped entirely. 2 of them go down, the 3rd one goes down. There's only actually SCVs now. Oh, that Marine does pop out at the right time. Another hold position Zealot, though, on the corner of the depot. The Protoss units today are just like, they're fixated on this top right corner of the depot, I'm sure.
Kicks. There's a Templar Archives building in the Protoss main. He's going for the DTs, exactly as we saw earlier today. And I don't know if X is going to have anything to deal with that.
Yeah, he's most likely not going to go for... He needs to build an engineering bay as quick as possible, but he has been so delayed by everything. Well, trying to use the pylon to block any potential vulture that could come out, and also glitch himself through the wall. That would have been like insane. I don't know if there's a bit of lag for you or if it's just on my end.
Yeah. It lagged a little bit right there. Whoa, what is happening right now? Oh, it's Dienmax. Guys, Dienmax is Peruvian, so...
This is what happens. You build the Templar Archives, then you start lagging, so the Terran player can't really play properly, and then you time out. It's just how it works. This is like I seek up ladder all over again. I'm getting PTSD right now.
Wait, I can't. Can you message X?
No, you can't. You can't do anything.
Failfish.
Yeah, you can't whisper because we're in
I'm trying to tell him that Dienmax was lagging, not us.
Oh, it looks like we're okay again.
Wait, but Dienmax didn't even say go. Did he?
Yeah, he did.
Oh.
He said go question mark. Oh, wait. What the hell? Did all the Dienmax chat just appear at once?
Yeah.
That is so weird. That's definitely Dienmax is lagging.
Alright, well... hopefully it's fine. I mean, you don't need to micro DTs that much, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, it's more the problem for X. Like, he's gonna have to do some sick micro. There's still no detection buildings up there, Sayle. Is this SCV gonna build the engineering bay?
He's gonna see it now, though. He's gonna see them. Now he knows. Oh no, wait!
I think he looked away. I don't think he's looking. Oh no! Oh, this could be so bad. He's gonna try and take out the gateway.
Oh man, the Zealot coming in here, DT coming in here. The engineering bay is only halfway done, Kicks. X is in a lot of trouble.
But yeah, he's in a dangerous amount of trouble now. DT actually going into the map. Can he get a Mind Drag on all the Marines? He realistically doesn't want to. How much damage is this DT in the middle? Oh no, he's going to cancel the engineering bay. Or he's at least going to delay it. X is going to send some SUVs. He's going to be able to finish it, but is it going to be enough? There's mines all over his base now, which are going to make it even harder to mine. Because if he just runs in, he could get a lot of SUVs with a Mind Drag.
Yep. This DT, though, has eaten 1 mine hit. Is there a second DT out? I don't see it. There was a second DT that killed the Sea Shank, but I guess it killed itself on the spider mines. But this DT is being as annoying as it can be, going after those depots, as we saw Bishu do against Cryok. He knows where the mines are being placed now, so he's going to be careful. Could wait for a lot of SCVs to come back, as you said, and go for that mine drag. But in the meantime, going to get 3 free depots. I mean, it's 300 minerals very early in the game. And meantime, he has gotten his own expansion, as well as a Stargate, going for that 2-base Arbiter follow-up, as you might expect.
Yeah, we see the fairly common responses. He's actually going to go and power that gateway in the middle again, just being as so annoying as possible. Get as much production as you possibly can as well to support the Arbiters. Now, one good thing X is doing is he's dealing with this a little bit better than Cryok did. He still isn't mining in his main though. And just look how annoying this is. He's only just out of range of the turret, but that's enough to cause like him. Well, he can't actually mine. DT's on 7 kills now. Oh, it's gonna go down there.
Oh!
What? That was lucky.
He was running away from it, so he didn't take the full damage, and I think he also regenerated enough shields that he barely survives with the 7 HP. Now he also sees the second mine. Can he drag it in? Oh no, but the turret's here, so he can't drag it in though, because he's just...
He can't actually move anymore. The DT isn't in Combat X's vision. Not Combat X, sorry, X's vision. And it's just gonna sit there. It's like an observer, but like more powerful.
Oh my god. Kicks, please.
X,
by the way, this is not 2-base Arbiter. He went for a fleet beacon. He's gone 2-base carrier, and he's taken a hidden base
at the
top left.
As well.
This is madness.
These protoss today, man, like, have they been studying the Peruvian way? I know Dienmax is actually Peruvian, but like they're all doing this stuff, and it's not fair.
Oh, mine drags to get the DT in, but there is a turret at the front though, so not going to be too effective. This DT's still alive here, and the Vulture's trying to find a way in, but it's a complete wall in at the front. Look at this, Kicks. Complete wall in at the natural because he has no Dragoons anywhere. Wait, there's not a single Dragoon on the map. This game is madness.
Yeah, I mean, who needs Dragoons when you've got carriers? Like, that's going to be what we're going to see now. X still doesn't have his academy. The academy is only just now going up, so he is going to see this as late as possible. And look at it, Dienmax is even adding cannons in his main because he knows the only thing he could possibly die to right now is losing all his probes to a vulture drop.
Yep.
And he's actually building loads of cannons at the front too, so we're going full Peru right now. Full Peru on this game.
Oh man, you can just imagine all the little Terrans crying out in pain. I can just feel Artosis rolling in his grave right now, even though he's not actually dead. Just like Proxygate into DTs into Carrier Rush. It's like Protoss.
I'm fairly certain if Artosis lost to this on ladder, he would certainly be saying how bad the other guy is. That's the kind of build this is.
Oh man, and look at this, the Vulture's coming in. Like, why are there no unit? Sure, wait, but if you're X right now, surely you have to be worrying why there's not a single Dragoon shown on the map yet. How can the Protoss possibly not have any Dragoons revealed at this point in the game? It doesn't make any sense, right?
It doesn't, but the trouble is, he's still only got one factory. He's actually trying to go into his third base on just one factory, despite taking a lot of damage early on. And these DTs are still being annoying.
Oh, there's a scan? Alright, 1 DT down.
The trouble is, that's one less scan that he has to scan the tech. He's only gonna be able to scan the tech now. Now, what is he gonna see?
Did he scan?
I don't think he can afford to. He's worried about DTs too much.
Yeah, he still has the energy saved on his natural one. He hasn't scanned it yet. Is he gonna use it for this DT? Yeah, he does use it.
He uses it when he didn't need to. He was right by a turret as well.
Wait, but both carriers have been revealed now. The engineering base sees the carriers. He knows what's coming. I don't understand why Dienmax revealed these so early. He doesn't even have interceptors yet. He's only got 1 interceptor, 2 interceptors on the second carrier. He's moving out right now to deny this third base. I feel like he should have just hit them for another minute or so to at least get the interceptor count up. But here we go. No anti-air aside from the turrets.
And there's only 1 turret here as well. Ooh, the SUV repair.
Repair's a pretty good spell, guys.
It is. He's not going to be able to save this turret, though. This turret is 100% going to die. And I mean, just 2 carriers here are going to be enough to stop him mining at his third base. He's only just now adding his third gate, or his third factory even, now going up to his 4th. And he's only just now adding Goliaths as well, so these carriers are just doing so much. 6 kills on one of them, 1 on the other. And he does have this third base, which is completely unscouted.
Yep. He's getting a double cybernetic score even. He's not making any ground units. He's going double carrier upgrades off 3 Stargates, and that's it. He's going to try and win this game without making any ground units, Kicks. I don't know, Dienmax is playing like a Funday Monday challenge or something. You have to win the game with only Stargate units, but I think it's going to happen. We've got more turrets being made in the main base just to try and keep himself alive. Additional factories being added as well. But
he's actually got 3 Stargates now, going up to his 4th Stargate.
What?
He is going all in right now with these carriers.
the 4 Stargate build. I cannot believe this is happening. He's got 4 gateways on the map, but he's not using them at all. They're all completely idle. Every last mineral, every last piece of gas is going into these carriers. 3 carriers flying around. They're going to see the vultures. The vultures are going to come out. They're not really going to do anything useful here.
Now, one thing that X needs to be careful of, he's trying to be a little bit aggressive with his Goliaths, but I'm not sure. I don't believe he scanned the main yet. He's actually got 2 scans saved up on both of his command centers, so he doesn't know the carrier count or the Stargate count right now.
Yeah, meanwhile, 1DT trying to be annoying at the mineral only, gonna get picked off with just 2 SCV kills. Meanwhile, a probe getting ready to take this 3 o'clock base. I heard another scan go down. It looks like that's in the main. And oh, he sees the top left. Oh no, of course he sees it because the vulture is there, but he scans it as well just to confirm what's there. 4 gateways were actually added as well as a second forge. He's got double forges. He's finally getting upgrades. He's building cannons at the front of his natural. Dienmax. This is actually hilarious. Oh my god.
Now the one thing is, X actually lost his engineering bay there for just a while, so he's not got as many turrets as he could have, and there's so many carriers already. He's actually up to 6 carriers now, and that's getting close to that critical mass. And there is 4 Stargates worth of carriers being produced, going straight into the main.
Oh
he
my
doesn't
god.
care that they're going to be trapped.
It's the Lancer X strategy. Let's just run past everything into the main base. 1 carrier might actually die to turrets. It's actually targeting. Look at that. Rox X actually focusing down the carrier with his turrets, but now he's going to target down the command center. The command center is below half HP. Is he going to repair it in time? He realizes what's happening, but is it going to be in time? Goliath's coming down here. Can he kill the command center? It's at 300 HP, but it's not falling. No, it's at 200. It's going to be very, very close, but it looks like the mass repair is going to be enough.
Oh my god. Dienmax actually made such a horrible mistake there. If he just targeted down the anti-air, he would have been fine. But losing 2 of his carriers, another one is about to fall as well. At 6 health. But look how annoying these are going to be. It's going to be so difficult for the Goliaths to keep moving back and forth. And this is one of the reasons why carriers are so powerful on this map. But yet another carrier does go down. But there are now another 4 in the main from Dienmax.
Oh my god, the 4 Stargate carrier production is just bonkers here. But yeah, going for that risky play, not quite having it paid off. It was super close. That command center was down to just 200 HP before X was able to push away the carriers. And what are the upgrades now actually? It looks like 1 attack done, but he does have the double cybernetics core spinning, so he should have 2-1 carriers very soon. They do have +4, yeah, they have 4 base plating, by the way, so they're gonna have 5 armor pretty soon, which is pretty crazy when you think about it. I believe it's the highest base armor value in the game. Meanwhile, X trying to take the 9 o'clock base, but a DT is going to be able to stop this. Oh, and another DT also attacking the Goliaths.
Yeah, he built out of the top 4 gateways in the top left. He actually built just 4 DTs and just started sending them around everywhere. Like, he is the DT carrier king in this game. He now has back up to 5 carriers. Another 4 are about to finish spawning in the main. 2 already waiting. And I mean, he's moving all his carriers up to this top left position just to defend, and even adding cannons there just to make sure he doesn't die.
He's got 5 cannons making at the 3 o'clock. It's almost like he's playing this like a PBZ, but to be honest, given that, interestingly, carriers are not the most mobile unit and can be quite vulnerable to Terran doing a lot of harass and like vultures running around, I think it's not a bad idea. But it looks like we might have some kind of weird base trade situation though, because the carriers are all on the left side of the map. The Terran army is all outside the Protoss natural. The cannons will do nothing against the Terran Mark army, but it looks like he's coming back though. It looks like X not sure what he wants to do. He started moving back, but then he realized he'd be far too late to actually save his own base, so he might as well go for the counter. And here we go, Goliath's running in to the Protoss base here while the carriers run into the Terran natural. I don't know who's gonna come out faster though.
I think the carriers are going to win out here because he's going to take down this command center. He's taken down the turrets there, and of course there are 4 carriers, or 5 carriers now in Dienmax's main, slowly gaining more and more interceptors. Now these bases aren't that important. The only thing he needs to do is save his Stargates. But even if he loses them, he's still got the gateways in the top left.
Wait,
which
Kix,
he can use.
Kix, there's no mobile detection. If X loses his command centers, he has no scans now. There's no scans. What 2 DTs will just finish this. He can't scan anymore. No, he's got 1 more. He's got a 3rd command center. If this command center dies, he will not have a comm set. In fact, In fact, Dienmax doesn't even need to kill the command center. He can just kill the comm set, but he's going to kill the command center. I think it's going to be incredibly close. Command center, can it be repaired? He's killing the turret. The DTs, where are the DTs? There's 2 DTs. He uses a scan. He needs to keep the DTs alive until the scan is gone. He can't kill the command center. I think he should actually just kill the comm set station right now. That is the only detection that X has. A second scan goes down. Another DT falls. The main base is falling. What the? Why are there 5 more carriers here?
Because they flew over from the main, he saved them. There is one. Wow. GG.
Oh my god. GG from X and Dienmax busting out literally every possible BS Protoss unit you can imagine to take down that game. And X has been eliminated from the tournament. Dienmax will advance. I gotta say, that's a bit of an upset match to me. I think that was also a comeback as well, because Dienmax was down 0-1 when we jumped into this series, and then winning 2 games in a row to advance. Very, very well done.